Thank you, everyone, for being here. And what an absolutely incredible weekend we've had. Saturday yesterday was a huge day. 40 poets came through this beautiful town hall and did their best. And here we are with the 8 finalists that have made it through. But to every one of you that were here yesterday and performed, you are all stars. To do this, stand up here for 8 minutes and perform in front of an audience, to me, is a really major stepping out of your comfort zone, I'm telling you. So thank you and thank you and thank you. And for those that aren't here tonight, let me tell you, it becomes so minute, the difference. And no one is, in my mind, any better than anyone else. It's just more practice, more practice, more practice. Go to more gigs, do more practice, more practice. That's what it's about. And that's what you'll see up here tonight. These people have practiced and practiced into the 8-minute time zone that we have, because it's like I say to people, they go, oh, I'm an 8 minute. I said, but you do 2-minute slams and you know after a 2 minute you get knocked out. 8 minutes is 8 minutes. I'm giving you a performance space. That's what this is about. I want to show what these poets are really capable of. Not just a 2-minute little boom, boom, boom. 8 minutes, show me. So that's what we've got tonight, and that's what you are going to be all witnessing. So, first up, as I go, my beautiful judges. So first we have Sarah, who was last year's winner. Wonderful, beautiful Sarah Temporal. And Sarah has gone on to do so many great things since then. Honestly, I am so overwhelmed with how much you've achieved, Sarah. Thank you. She has this wonderful gig in Moolumbar, if you're ever down that way. When is it? All right, I'll read it. Poet. She is definitely a poetry educator from Moolumbar. She is the runner-up of this year's Bunkers Spoken Word. She's on her way to Sydney. Yeah, and this year's state finalists in the Australian Poetry Slam and the winner of the 218 Performance Poetry World Cup. That's us. Sarah runs the popular event and Writers Collective, and that is really growing. And thank you, Sarah, for doing that, because I've heard such good news about that. You know, inviting people, come and share your stories. That's what poetry's about. All right, popular event and Writers Collective, Poets Out Loud in the Tweed Valley. She loves helping people of all ages fall in love with poetry. Thank you, Sarah. Now I've got to get this, and I'm hoping I can get it right. And I met these, well, I've known Ghost Boy, but we'll get to him in a minute. But his friend and beautiful partner, Annie Tiffin. That'll do. All right. She's a weaver, a writer, and a co-editor. Oh, I meant to have my book. Here it is. This book that we all went to the Writers' Festival and had the opening for. So she's co-editor of Solidaire Australian and New Zealand spoken word anthology. She is into everything that's about to happen on stage here tonight. Please blow her away. Yes. We will. And David Stravinger, a.k.a. Ghost Boy, has been here as a winner. I just showed him some old photos and he's like, are you kidding? Years and years ago, Ghost Boy won our Nimbin Performance Poetry World Cup when we were babies. Here we are, 17 years old. Anyway, he's also the co-editor of that wonderful book that is available out the front. And he's a weird artist. Yes, you are, David. Weird artist and co-creator of Solidaire Australian Word, and once won the Nimbin Performance Poetry World. You did, definitely, with great panache too. So thank you to all my fabulous judges. And our timekeeper tonight is Biko. So the judges don't have to worry about time because, of course, it's an 8-minute gig. As I say to people, 8 minutes is 8 minutes. That's it. So as close as you can to 8 minutes. All right, so first up we're going to start the evening by a big lot of thank yous to all my sponsors, to anyone who doesn't know. This whole Poetry World Cup is sponsored totally by this community in Nimbin. We get no funding. We are fundraisers, and I raise the money during the year with good help from friends, and that is how this event happens. And I want to keep it that way as a community event without needing government funding or anything else. But I know it will grow, and it maybe will get out of my sphere eventually, but at the moment this community is what makes this happen, and I am so thankful to every one of my sponsors and various that they are, but to also everyone that has bought a raffle ticket off me over the years, and I sell thousands of them a year, I tell you. So that is how this happens, and to me that is quite a great accomplishment for a small community as we are. Thank you, Nimbin. My next thanks will go to my co-workers, Janie Treasure, Deb, who's on the door at the moment, Doug, who sits here and listens to everyone all day, every day, 2 days a week. And we've got a Soundies choice for tonight. We'll pick that out and I'll read it to you a bit later. But for now, we're going to start the show with Sarah, our beautiful winner of last year, giving you a short piece of her work, and then we'll get on to the main gig tonight. 8 performers up there waiting. Thank you very much, everyone.
Hi, everyone. And yes, do come along to Poets Out Loud if you're in the area. We're in Murwillumbah at M Arts Precinct every third Thursday of the month. Open mic every month because we want to hear from everyone. And I'm nervous, and I'm not even in the competition, but it's great to be back here. Last year when I was on this stage, nobody knew, but I was pregnant at the time, and I was feeling very, very sick. So it's just fantastic to be here and be feeling more or less back to normal. I am going to do a little piece that's inspired by this area, this landscape, and falling in love here on the North Coast. We live close to the sky. No wings to fly, but close enough to feel its sigh. That's the proximity of divinity to you and I in this life of not quite. That hot, wet breath of the North Coast sky gathers itself on the mountainside behind us, flicks clothes from the line, lifts wisps of our hair, then tumbles itself into storm and lumbers down to the beach and dumps its secrets in the sea, while we fill brimming cups of our eyes, because we live close to the sky. Now there are those who would call our contentment some kind of failure, like disembodied gods or stunted visionaries. Truth is, I see no cause to invite abundance into my life when I already have everything that I need. Now I unravel these country roads in my fossil-fueled solitude. I follow them back to the place we met in that timeless interlude between the furthest you could climb on splintered lungs and dwindling time, and my limited will to know that I must reach the summit alone. In the intimacy of this truth I fell for you. At least, falling is what they always call it, but surely we were rising in love. And now we live close to the sky, and I fold these landscapes into my mind, these hills slick with cloud spit, these sudden egrets spraying sky, none of which exists outside of time, not in this life of not quite. But I think not quite could be enough for me, if it's enough for you. We live close to the sky, we tend a garden of blue. Thank you.